What's up?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. So, I don't know if you know this, but justice is happening right now. Kind of. We're hearing
Not
about
yet.
we're hearing about injustice right now.
In the process.
Yeah. And I bet you Emma is pretty disappointed in her sister. It's a salty bet. We'll see if that's accurate or not in a bit.
Russ, do you remember how this ends?
No, not exactly. I don't think I actually beat this case.
Oh, I remember.
Well, you better not spoil it because I'll be very upset.
I remember who the
Man.
villain is.
I bet you the villain is the chief head guy of the policemen's.
Oh, Detective Gubbus. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, Detective Gubbus. That's him.
Gubbus.
Yep.
He's a good guy.
He's
Are you thinking
totally
of,
the bad guy.
Orange guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's my salty bet. Alright, cool. If we're ready to go, I'm good to go. If we're ready to go. You wanna go?
Let's do this.
Give it a go.
Okay.
Okay, let's hash a go it.
Yay.
Alright. And then my mark will hit no. 3, 2, Marco. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright and Co. law offices.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. Sorry for what my sister said.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures.
What the fuck happened?
That's...
Was this
That's
agreed
the
upon while I
plaintiffs.
was gone?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. We did what we had to. In order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Must have been
Well-
sleeping that day.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you.
Yep. I was with the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming, even though I saw it in the files. Wow. Well, let's talk to her. SL9 incident.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work.
What was raviolis?
And suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running for someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
That'd actually be kind of scary.
I didn't know what was going on. It was then Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. And
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw was burned permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture. We'll ask you that after we talk about after the incident. Sorry, baby cakes.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So, you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yeah, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. Couldn't have known he was giving false evidence. Even so, that's when it started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have testified, probably none of this would have happened.
So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. Became cold like a cactus.
She must have been a really chilly cactus. You'd be able to face up to what she did. Especially not to Emma, she couldn't do that. Let's talk about the permanent picture in your brain. So, what did you see in the instant the crime occurred? Oh my god.
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and he raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out.
Aw.
Sleepy boopy. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much. You
It was
okay,
just
Emma?
one incident. Just one incident.
Just
It's
one.
alright.
I get it.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. That's you.
2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable. Probably shop at Spencer's.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd be a scientific investigator.
Wow, the big jump there.
I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. Find evidence to make the airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
Oh, there's no mystery there. But I'll tell you the answer.
Okay.
Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course I mean the police. This happened to be at the police department. Tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did you run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
What?
She was the best in the entire force.
Say what? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, he was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective. I'd better have another talk with her.
Let's go.
Okay, you stay here. I'm gonna go see your sister alone.
Fuck that, I'm coming with.
Okay, detention center it is. February 24th, detention center, visitors room. Hey, Lana. Oh, that's not me.
Lana!
Um,
Lana! Lana!
Lana.
Mr. Wright,
Lana.
it seems like keep causing you trouble.
Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
But Lana! If you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana. Emma told me about you.
Oh?
When the fuck are you gonna change your bandage on your hand? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. How the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs.
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
Chill. Well, let's talk about things. Today's trial, we can talk about that. So, let's do that. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen. I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
Yeah, he's kind of insane.
Trial? It really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Lana!
Shut
I
up!
believe that no matter you should. We need to
Shut-
stick to the
I'm
truth.
sitting,
Shut-
I'm sitting right
Shut-
across
The
from you.
Everyone's
Lana!
looking at us! Everyone's looking at
Lana,
us! Shh!
Couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
To Satan? But, well, I'll draw my side. The fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why would you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. Let's talk about Detective Lana Skye, which is you, but being a detective. Let's do that.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
It was amazing.
God, so fucking cool.
They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Chief Gant?
Then he was...
Then he was the vice head of criminal affairs, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports even could be filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're the chief prosecutor. What the fuck happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
Gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that later experience in the court. Ah!
Gant's help in the SL9 case was critical in its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. After I ask about that investigation 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the chief detective was, no doubt, Damon Gant.
Yes. Detective Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
They even had the same office.
We got a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case was Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when the last murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us. First one at the scene. Sounds like a thing I'm gonna click right now.
Detective Gant and Prosecutor Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages when Dark must have panicked. He waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Detective Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So, you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Drake. Dark. Got dyslexic right there. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence,
I'm in love with the baking soda.
What is that?
What are you saying? I'm
just-
so confused.
It's just Sam Slam just popped in my head. I don't know, but there's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
That case was solved 2 years ago, dummy.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came to a surprise as me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
Guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet.
Huh?
Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder. Yep. Probably should do that. Lana,
Alright,
have a good
see
time.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Later. Jerk.
Will you ask the...
Nope.
Will you ask...
Criminal
oh,
Affairs
please,
Department, bye.
Please.
Nope.
Okay.
February 24th. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
I miss him.
Me too.
Things seem quiet around here today.
You're right. The head of the department seems the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later. Okay. Police department entrance, right? Police department entrance. February 24th, police department entrance. Oh, hey, Marshall.
Howdy, Bambina.
Talking to me, not you, Nick.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Marshall!
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where life will lead you, huh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. So, sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But, Mr. Marshall, why'd you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was this one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, I gotta tell you, Joe Balauk just subscribed, but would you also mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
I know. Sorry, I ate it all.
You
Either way,
son of a bitch.
don't worry about it. We're just gonna talk about the Dark trial. You're gonna forget you're really hungry right now.
Something was fishy. Damn, I'm hungry about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean, fishy? Like salmon or trout?
Or like a halibut, some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That